Hey guys, it's Alex Hager here from Tech Taboo, and today we're going to be talking about the iPhone 16, which will be coming out here in a few days. Now, the Apple event for the iPhone launch is September 9th, which means it's just around the corner, so I thought I'd make a video on what we can expect from this new iPhone. Now, myself, I have been stuck on the iPhone 13 for a while, so this is going to be my first iPhone upgrade here in a minute. So I'm excited to get my hands on the new device, and for me, it's at least going to be a super significant upgrade. Now, if you have an iPhone 15 or iPhone 14, is it worth the upgrade? Well, we'll just have to wait and see. But in the meantime, this is what we can probably expect from the new device. So just like every year, Apple is going to be upgrading the processor, and this year it's going to be with the A18 Pro chip. Now, this new chip is going to be more powerful and more energy efficient. Now, what that means essentially is, yes, it's going to boost performance, it's going to be faster, but being more energy efficient, you'll also get more power for the same amount of energy. That also translates to hopefully better battery life. If your processor is using less energy, your battery life is going to increase because the processing power is what takes a lot of that battery. Now, even though it will be a small bump, we are expecting a larger screen size on the new devices. On the iPhone 16 Pro, it's rumored it will have a 6.3-inch display and a 6.9-inch display, which are both a 0.2-inch increase over the previous models. Now, it's also rumored that the bezels on these devices are going to be a little bit smaller, so hopefully the phone won't have to get much bigger to allow this increased screen size. In this year's model as well, it's expected that there will be a battery upgrade, about a 200 milliamp battery upgrade, which should mean longer battery life for these devices. It's also expected that these devices are going to support 40-watt fast charging, which is actually a pretty significant increase from about 27-30 watts of the previous devices. Now, what this means is you're going to spend way less time charging your phone if you're using a compatible fast charger. Now, one upgrade that will probably slip through the radar a little bit is going to be Wi-Fi 7. So Wi-Fi 7 is the most modern, the most up-to-date version of Wi-Fi, which allows for better connectivity, faster speeds, and just general better connectivity overall. So if you're at home using Wi-Fi or at a public space that has a Wi-Fi 7 compatible router, expect to have better connectivity overall. Now, it's still a little unclear about what the camera upgrades are going to be, but pretty much every single year, Apple does make some upgrade to their camera. iPhones are obviously used all the time to capture photo and videography for socials or for other occasions, so I'm excited and eager to see which phone upgrades they decide to go with this year. They famously upgraded their cameras from 12 to 48 megapixels in the past, so I don't expect to see a megapixel change, but there may be a larger sensor or other features that allow us for better photography or videography overall. It's also rumored that there will be a dedicated camera capture button that will allow you to have more flexibility when creating content with photography or videography, similar to a shutter button on a traditional DSLR camera. Now, the new iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max are likely going to sport the new Snapdragon X75 5G modem. Now, hopefully this means faster network speeds or better reliability, or hopefully both. I guess we'll have to wait and see for when the device actually comes out. Now, because of the new screen size, it's expected that the phone may be physically bigger. That being said, it is rumored that Apple's going to use molded glass for these phones, which will allow the phone to actually be thinner, so I guess we'll have to wait and see. Now, despite the fact that this iPhone is likely going to be larger than the previous model, it's rumored that Apple is going to use molded glass, which will allow them to make the device actually thinner than the previous generation and reduce the obtrusive nature of the famous camera bump. Now, while it's not necessarily related to the device, this new iPhone is going to be launching with iOS 18. Now, iOS 18 is going to be the new version of iOS, but this year I think is going to be a little bit different than the years prior. The reason why is AI. Unless you've been living under a rock for the last couple years, it is no secret that AI is bigger and more powerful than ever. And with this new version of iOS 18, it's expected to be integrated with ChatGPT. So I expect to see a lot of new AI features, potentially even integrated with Siri, to see how this device could be a lot more powerful overall. I'm excited to see how the AI integration is going to transform the iPhone user experience. So one expected fix with the new iPhone is going to be the anti-glare coating on the camera. There is a long-standing issue with iPhones that have a glare or lens flare issue, especially in low light conditions. Now, Apple's looking to address this with a anti-glare coating on the camera itself, the lens itself, that will allow you to take clearer photos and videos. I guess we'll just have to see how this adds up when the device actually comes out. Now, I'm sure that there's some items that I'm missing, but this is what we can expect from the new iPhone 16 Pro and iPhone 16 Pro Max. I'll be sure to update you when the device actually drops. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.